Hello, everybody. It's time to draw some stuff. Welcome to the SketchCraft show. I'm Rob D. This is SketchCraft. This is where I sit in my room. Waste my life. No. I'm working on Rick and Morty for the umpteenth fucking time. Just a commission that won't end. So, I gotta do digital colors on this sucker. So, this is my lines, right? This building is drawn traditionally, and these are the digital inks that I did here and on the characters. So all the characters got nice digital inks. Brandon went and did flats, so I have to turn this into characters. So there's a selection flats, we gotta do coloring flats. I did a color guide on my own today, just to warm back up. You can kind of see right there. It's kind of the idea that I'm going to be going for here with the coloring flat, the basic lighting guide idea. You kind of get the idea. So that's kind of the idea. Whew. So chat room's open. Feel free to say hi. And I'm going to do the tedious task of making coloring flats, which is just tedious. It's very tedious. What's up, Attila from Brazil? Alrighty. What's up, Josh? Hey, I'm going to answer your question, but I'm waiting for my new printer to come in so I can tackle that. So it should be here tomorrow. It went down Friday night. One second, folks. That is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. Alright, there we go. Alright. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, That's hilarious. What a piece of shit. These fucking headphones I have. Wonderful. Just another thing breaking in my room. Just another useless thing breaking. Give me a second, folks. More fun. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Give me a second. Yep. All right. Are you there? No dice from Kyle. Looks like his headphones don't work either. Can kind of hear Kyle. I hear some jiggling with the microphone. We'll let Kyle figure that out. All right, so let's start with Rick. Don't hear nothing from Kyle. Who knows what's going on with Kyle? Where are the lines? They're there. Yeah, the headphone that I normally listen to, sometimes when I want to have some music on my other headset, it literally snapped off in the little dongle, whatever you call it, the adapter, you thing you plug it into. So that was interesting. It's getting to be a broken record at this point. Hello?
Can you hear me this time?
I can hear you now. Ash
Great.
Ash says it's crazy how much of my stuff is crapped out on me. Yeah, and nothing else, just my stuff, by the way. The TV works, everything works fine. Everything in the move made it except whatever I need to do to get people to stop harassing me for art. You know what I mean? Like I just want to make the art and move on with life so I can make more money, you know? Like the longer I hold on to art, like the longer before I get paid. So it doesn't make any sense to drag shit out, you know?
Yeah.
Lord knows it's not because I'm sitting around like I don't want to draw. You know what I mean? I'm not motivated. Like that ain't the problem. Like I haven't had that problem since I was like 16. You know, so
Technology is conspiring against you.
sometimes it feels that way, Kyle.
Ah, Rick and Morty.
I know, right? The commission that won't end.
Sorry about that.
I know. Oh, he had to pick the one episode that had 50 million characters. What's your favorite episode? Oh, I like Total Recall. I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here. You know, and I've tried to mix. I'm done mixing Copics with digital lighting. Takes
hmm
it's a different. I guess it all ends up being the same amount of time, but it takes a lot of effort. You know.
Just easy to start over on the digital side.
And people can't tell the difference at cons between the digital. I guess that's a compliment for me and the Copics. You know, they don't know. They can only tell it's Copics whenever I don't add any lighting to it and just let the Copics sit on that tonal paper.
hmm
That's the only time they can tell. You know, then they go, "We got a background." I'm like, see, that's the problem. Every time I do that, no one cares.
Lose lose. No one
It's a lose
appreciates it.
lose 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 situation. All right, I need one of those. I used to have this earpiece one headphone that hooked around my ear, which I love. I hate earbuds. Fucking hate them.
Yeah, I bought a set of earbuds. They're supposed to be like really nice. Because I'm like, I need some nice headphones. I've used them like 10 times. Because I put them in. I'm like, I hate this feeling.
I just need the one that hooks around my fucking ear. You know,
Yeah.
so that I gotta go to the Amazons. I go. You know, the one I had just crapped out on me. Whatever. Cintiq finally arrived, but I'm waiting for the one that broke. Finally
hmm
came back, which is nice because when Amazon or when Wacom, the other name is pronounced Wacom. I don't understand this. Like, it's a I call it Wacom. Like, I don't know. Like every time they put com in something, like computer.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. Wacom, com
Like,
computer,
I,
computer.
I just don't want to be like, whack 'em.
Dot
And then,
coms. No
like,
one says
then the
dot
guy,
coms, right?
then the guy goes out there and kills someone. Whack 'em.
No one says the dot com crash. You know, like that doesn't even sound right.
No, no, I think that industry was fine that entire time. Like,
You
it didn't
know,
crash.
and they get mad when you call it like a Wacom. And the actual Wacom people at Comic Con got mad at me.
Like,
So
what? Don't name it such a stupid thing if you don't want me to change the name.
I know. Anyhow, they sent me a nice new box because I don't have my original box. So I lived that place I was in was too small, you know, for that.
Mm.
So
That was a fairly fast turnaround, right? Like, you were expecting to be out for quite a while. Or has it been that long?
it's been that long. It's been a month.
Okay. I've, like,
No, I just disappeared, you know.
I've
So
been,
hmm?
I've worked like the last 12 days straight, and I've lost, and part of that was in Kuwait, so like my time zones have all flipped, and I have no idea what day it is, where I am.
That's how I feel. People are like, "You've been taking for." I'm like, I really just feel like I just took a little mini. It doesn't feel like forever. Oh God, you
Like, all
know.
I did was move, and
I know. I try not to think about it. Like, just trying to get the damn DMV to cooperate is a whole nother issue.
oh yeah, you had to take your driver's test again, was it?
I still have to.
Uh,
That's a whole thing. You know. So I mean, I can. It's just I haven't had time to read the stupid. You know,
The
what do you call
the
them?
book,
The
the
book and
the
you know.
driver's
It's
guide
not
or
gonna be
whatever
hard.
it
I've been
is.
driving. I don't have any tickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know how shit works. Like I'm
Like,
pretty good
here
at
you
it.
go. May I just present my clean driving record as proof that I know how to drive?
I wish. You know. So I'll just read the stupid thing. It's just I've had a million other like getting Game Cave running again and you know going has been more important to me
Yeah.
than that. So
I mean, your California license is still perfectly functional.
yeah. So I'll get to it.
So
It's the
rumor,
go ahead.
I'd say rumor is new Rick and Morty before the year's out.
Nice. I'm enjoying South Park right now, so they can take their time. You know, just make sure it's right. I don't want them to rush it. In the meantime,
Talked to a lot.
go ahead.
I've talked to a lot of people who have said good things about this season of South Park.
Pat, dude, just start the last season because last season they did something they never did before, and that's every episode continues forward.
Oh,
You
really?
know, yeah,
So
the
it's just
stories
not a
continue.
reset
Yeah,
or like a completely standalone.
yeah, and so this season builds off that. So if you jump in this season, you're gonna miss. You're not even gonna know half the characters, you know,
So
or
I need
what's
to
going
start
on.
last season
Yeah,
halfway through.
actually, yeah, it's just like a whole new series. It's awesome though, man.
Yeah, everyone's been saying like you wouldn't think a show 20 years old would be at like the top of its game, but
Well, it goes to show you that when they limit the amount of episodes, you know, that they're gonna produce, like they do 10 a year now, you know, and you don't add a giant writer's room where a bunch of fuckers come in and do whatever the hell they want, and they don't tell too many overlapping stories, unlike, say, I don't know, a show called like Arrow. Oh, God. Ooh, here, let me add Brandon because this is going to be a fun conversation to have. Yo, Brandon. Yo.
You didn't have to add me.
Yeah, so talking about Arrow. So
Uh-huh.
I sat through the first two episodes this season, right? Try to give it a shot. Because they're like, we're going to fix Arrow. I'm like, I'll believe that shit when I see it. And they didn't fix it. It's horrible. You know, I counted in the second episode alone 5 to 6 different storylines going on simultaneously. You know, like they just cannot let just characters sit back and exist. You know, and like go through their daily routine, spend time with it. They got 24 episodes per season, an hour each. That's twice the amount of total time for like a Netflix series. And they can't do shit with it. You know, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
I have never seen Arrow.
Take everything that's cool about Daredevil and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and just fucking don't do it. Like I don't, man. Like there's no reason for that show to be bad. You know, it's just they keep
Right.
building and building. Now we got to do this and we got to do that. I don't know who anyone is. Characters start like having problems with other characters for no reason other than just to have conflict. You know that issue, Kyle. We're gonna give them
Yeah,
conflict just because there has to be someone to cause them conflict, even though there's no way anyone would have an issue with that. Whatever's going on, hypothetically speaking. Conflict for conflict's sake is not conflict. Does that make any
no.
sense? Like,
It makes
when Anakin says he hates all the Jedi for no reason, like, why? You're the asshole. Like, no, no one. They won't let me be with her. Just be with her. They won't stop you. You just quit. Like that other guy quit too. He just quit the Jedi, right? You just quit. Quit being a Jedi. Use whatever force you want. Get a wife. Like, what's the big deal here? Like, it's not like they execute you if you stop being in the Jedi. Like, I don't
can you
understand.
if you're not in the Jedi like in their program, could you still use the Force? Like you can still
Yeah, they
use it,
can't
right?
take it away from you. Yeah, that's what
Like it's
happened.
just
Remember
part of
in
you,
in
right?
Attack of the Clones, Count Dooku. Right? There's another stupid name, Doku. I thought it was Doku. No, it's Dookie. Dookie. Count Dookie just left the
Whack'em
order.
Dookie.
He's not. He quit the Jedi. He's not in his nature. Well, he's just using the Force, running around, doing whatever the fuck he wants. So yeah, they're not like Force police. You know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And everyone on the Arrow like tells each other their entire motivations, goals, motivations, and conflicts simultaneously, 3 times an episode. Just in case you missed it the first 2 fucking times.
It's very, very considerate of them to not want people to miss out.
They talk in a way that you're just like, what?
Yeah, it's very. I need to go to the courthouse so I could save so and so from the legal case of blah blah. But I don't know if I can get there first because I got to go talk to my sister. And like, all right.
And you know,
That's
I can't
cool.
talk to my. You know, because we were, we. There was this one chick who came on who had like the powers of like animals, and she in one sentence. I don't know who this
Vixen.
chick is.
Vixen.
Okay, I don't know who Vixen, whatever. I don't know who this chick is. All I know is, in the first scene you see here, she goes, I used to just be a fashion designer by night, something by day, but now I'm just this. And you're like, what? What? It's so hard
You
to
know,
describe, man. I have to take notes. And I just don't give a fuck enough about the show to bother. Like, if you haven't seen it, you would be like, he's not being specific enough. I'm like, well, because there's so much of it, it'll just blindside you. It's like a blitzkrieg of nonsense, you know? And all I know is, I'll give it this. Whoever designed Wild Dog obviously was laughing at Stephen Amell's Casey Jones outfit, the new Turtles movie. 'Cause it looks more like Casey Jones than he did.
wait, doesn't Casey Jones in the new movie like not wear his mask or something?
His motorcycle helmet.
Yeah, he wears it for like literally maybe like 2 minutes of the movie, maybe 3, if that. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, the WB shows drive me crazy in this one sense. Like, no one has any real, like Supergirl. I was like, okay, this Superman, I'll sit and watch through this. And she says in the very first episode, I know I have the perfect job and great friends and I'm Supergirl, but just I just literally threw my coffee right out the door because I have a backyard now. I just throw coffee out the window to the backyard. The dog goes fetches the cup, brings it back. I'm like, that's right, it's fucking Supergirl. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm for the female character. Like, if she was like nothing was going right, like they should have just watched One Punch Man and given her that story. Like, she lives in an apartment, she's kind of lazy, like because she's Jessica Jones. She's drunk all the time. No one likes her. She can't really control her powers well, so she crushes anything she walks by. She can't hold down a job because she ruins like the fry equipment at McDonald's when she wears the job. She tries to do everything really fast, and the machines can't even handle that, so they just break down and cost them money.
Yeah, her life is too perfect in that show.
Have you seen any of Westworld?
I've paid for it, and and I will be catching up to that soon. HBO Go, right? Right.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
No spoilers for that. You know.
I won't spoil it. I'm not that kind of person.
Yes,
All
you
I've been
are.
saying is
Lies.
I've been saying Ed Harris should have been playing old grizzly Batman now since The Rock, and no one listens to me. But now they're listening. Now they're listening.
So when Logan does really well, they're going to do Old Man Batman and cast him.
Well, that's what they were supposed to be doing, but they got Ben Affleck. I was like, he's too young.
He doesn't look old.
Not old enough.
He was a great Batman.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Are you excited for the Logan movie?
Sort of.
These flats suck,
Like-
Brandon.
The trailer looks awesome.
Why do the flats suck?
Well, let's just take a look here. Let's go to Rick. Why am I selecting his coat? Oh, look at this. His coat that comes up here is one color. His arms Why is it the same color as his pants and his shirt? This right here,
Should be
this right
different.
here should be orange.
Yeah, that's a different color.
It isn't. It's blue, bro. It's the same color as his t-shirt and his pants. So I have to deselect this
You're
and then select the coat.
because it's the back part. I mean,
No,
his little
it isn't.
I see what you're saying, Rob.
Yeah, because you know what Brandon, you ever see a cartoon called Rick and Morty? You know what I'm talking about? Look, you see the coat now?
Sure.
Just wait for it, Brandon.
You gotta wait for the video to catch up.
They're good enough. Oh, you're talking about. I mean, Jesus, you're just talking about around the neck and the hand.
And you missed the coat that goes back here, so that isn't even on his flats. I had to fill
Yeah,
that
well,
in.
I did that. Yeah, but I did the back coat stuff different because obviously it's behind him.
And you missed his
then-
arm right here, the little lip right there.
Yeah, some of your lines, I don't know what's a gun, what's a part of the. Some of
You
the
don't
shit's
know what his
hard,
coat
man.
is? You don't know where his t-shirt meets his pants? I made that too difficult.
There's some shit in here where it's a little like
yeah, there is, but is this so hard? His t-shirt and his pants? Really?
Let's just let's while we're on this fucking subject, let's go over to Morty, okay? Let's go to Morty's left hip. Let's go to-
Brandon, are you trying to ruin my commission?
no.
that is great because Kyle's here. Isn't that great?
Yeah, so you go down to fucking Morty's left hip with the gun and shit. You know, some of the stuff it blurs into each other, and it's a little hard sometimes when I'm doing these flats to be like, okay, what is Rob going for? In this
It's kind of
section?
weird because I sent you this reference pic.
Yeah, just because you send me
You
a
could
reference
see
picture doesn't
what
mean-
their stuff looks like. That's the same
I don't know
reference
what
I had
reference
when
pic-
I drew it. I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't look at the reference. I don't know. I don't know. So, you know what? It's been so long. I sent it to you before you moved. So, yeah, I matched it up pretty close to that shit. I think the only thing I didn't was the damn around his wrist and around his neck.
Why
of
is
the
his
coat.
gun?
I mean, that's like took you like
This
2
gun
seconds
takes
to fix.
so many clicks to get to.
It took you like 3.
No, it's a lot, and it's selecting the vomit on his mouth.
I thought I colored that. I colored
Nope.
that in.
I have to. It's a whole thing, you know. It's a whole
All right,
thing.
man. Well, you wanted them done fairly before you moved, and I got it done before you moved, and then you didn't even.
Well, so if you
want
knew
it,
you
so-
half-assed them, then you could have gone back and fixed it.
I didn't think I half-assed them, but I just knew I did it fast because you wanted it before you moved, so I got it done.
Thank
before
you,
moved.
Brandon. Thank you.
I blame you.
It's my fault.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
just- I asked for this.
You did. You son of a bitch.
Anything in the chat room, Brandon?
Yeah, sorry. Let's see. Streecher said, Arrow, I watched the show and I like it, but it would be much better when they cut out all those moping dialogues. I agree with that. It's very...
Yeah, you know, you
soap
need
opera.
some scenes where he's just like, you're on the bus going through Central, whatever the fuck it is. What is it? Central City? I know that's the Arrow. Star City? I don't know. Whatever.
Let's see. Ash said that's what most of these WB wannabe superhero shows are, nonsense. He said, I like Peter Weller voicing an older Batman in that Dark Knight Returns animated movie.
Sure, but I'll take Ed Harris over Peter Weller any day of the week. Peter Weller could not have sold The Abyss. Get out of here. Ed Harris is a
Damn.
better actor than Peter Weller.
I'll be right back. I gotta throw some laundry in the dryer.
Looks like it's just me and you, Rob. Till the end of time. Me
Thanks,
and you,
Morty.
pal. Best of friends. More like acquaintances.
I gotta keep that gun separate, so
Well, my
Yeah.
bad on that.
let me come down
Next-
here and
Next
call
class
this
will
one
be
Rick's gun.
better.
Rick's gun. So I have that. Was that a gunshot? No. I live in suburbia, man. I live in Yuppieville. Happily. I pay my dues.
Well, I fucked that perspective box up.
Oh, I got you.
Ah,
So how's the heat, Brandon?
loving it every day, especially since I've been putting in overtime. Today hadn't been that bad. I mean, Saturday was pretty hot. I worked a lot of overtime on Saturday, and it got to me. I came home, took a shower, and I fell right asleep.
It gets warm here during the summer, but yeah. Right now, no Santa Ana's. It's 50 degrees. It rained today. Had thunderstorms. Nice. Can see snow kind of forming up on the mountains. Can't wait.
I mean, when I was there, I loved the San Diego weather. I don't like California. I like the weather, but I just don't like that place. So.
This shit is tedious. Oh, look, he didn't get the straps on his legs. So I gotta manually do that.
I thought I did. Are you
Nope.
sure?
Yep.
Let me pull it up on my screen. I just want to look at it.
Yeah, see? Straps.
Let me pull it up. Let's see. Lead heavy art, flats, Rick and Morty.
I'm back.
Hooray! You can't rain all the time, Ash. Let's see. Joey, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the last name, says, man, I've only managed to catch these streams every now and then. It always seems like there should be a lot more people here. I agree, Joey. You should tell a friend. Share it with the
I
world.
think it's because my hyperlinks don't work.
Yeah, I did forget the
I need to. Yeah. Oh yeah. No shit. Thank you, Randy.
I thought those were. This is gonna sound stupid. I thought it was part of his pant design. Because you didn't really. Now you're not gonna like this, but if you look at the bottom strap, you put the wrinkles on the side. So I thought that was part of his pants, and not the strap.
Yeah.
And you didn't pop out along the edge there, the top
Yeah.
strap, like you normally do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know, kind of how
Right.
like, you know,
Sure.
the wrinkles, it looks like pants.
My fault.
Right, Kyle?
Yeah,
You can see exactly.
wrinkly pant buckles.
They need to be put in the dryer is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I did color in his mouth. Spit.
No, Brandon. Watch what happens when I select this hose. You know, like it's the same color as that, right? So it's just that when I had to do the continuous thing, you know, it's whatever. Just grab that spit. It wasn't a big deal. What was killing me was this shit. The coat, the hand, the all this sleeve shit. It's all one piece. And that gun would have been helpful to have as one because it's such a big area to have just as a selection. But I did it myself. It's not a big deal.
But you said all right.
I care about the lab coat. Shit's annoying. I have to go in here and actually add this stupid.
Well, the gun was all one solid piece, but then I got to do all the.
I got you. I got you. I got you, Brandon.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, miscommunication. Right.
Someone has bad eyes. I know. I agree with you, Chaz. Rob does have bad eyes. He wears glasses.
I have better than 20/20 up close, dumbass. My vision up close is flawless. I'm not wearing them. Can't wear them up close. I'll hurt my eyes.
I'm reading all the nice. Everyone's saying nice things about me in the chat. I love it. It's good stuff. I'm glad I'm monitoring it.
Yeah, because in Brandon's, world, Brandon's like Elmo. He's got his own world.
Pretty much.
In Brandy's world, everything is fine. I got a beard.
You sound like Elmo.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. Look, he didn't even get this gun back here, folks. Was that gun part of his leg too?
Which gun?
This whole fucking gun is gone, dude. He's got this gun right here, and it's just, God, Brandon.
I don't know. It was a lot. Oh, his pouch thing? His pouch. Let me make sure I sent you the right one. Actually.
That's a whole nother problem. Kyle, what's great is how organized his wife is. You know, I tell her one thing,
Okay,
a month later, she does everything I ask. This guy.
Oh, I would die if my like when my wife went on to Oregon to visit her grandma. Oh man, it was just pizza boxes, and luckily she washed enough clothes for me to last me while she was gone. Like
You should have seen Brandon the day he had to go to the art department and work. And he was like blaming me. I didn't give him enough time or didn't show him stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not it.
No lies.
That's
I
not
didn't
it.
blame you for anything.
That's not it. It's my fault.
I did not blame him for anything.
Yeah.
I did occasionally look over at him and mime the words "help" a lot.
And I did not. and like Rorschach, I looked at you and I said no.
You beat me to it by a split second.
That's my shit right there.
I said no.
Yeah, I said no.
So Brandon, I see on your Instagram like you're doing line art stuff for sketch covers. How do you transfer the art that you do onto the sketch cover?
I have a light board, a really nice light board that Rob recommended, and I bought. It's the same one Rob has. How do you pronounce that, Rob? Huin?
I don't
Huin
know.
light board?
I don't use mine. You tell me.
Oh yeah, Huin. Huion. It's just a light bulb LED light pad, and you just plug it into anything, and it just lights up. So I'll just tape the line art that first I do the line art 11 by 14, then I scan it, and then I reprint it smaller for the sketch cover size, and then I'll tape that to the light board, and then put the sketch cover over, and then just trace it onto the sketch covers. Yeah, it's kind of the Rob will. Sometimes Rob uses the sketchboard light board sometimes, but
I use it during cons, like when I have to.
Right.
I don't have a choice. You keep an eye on the chat room, Brandon. It's your job.
Yeah. I'm also trying to do my lines.
Oh my goodness!
And
I'm also trying to do your flats, but we all got to sacrifice tonight.
If I don't do this line practice, I will hear about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
All right. Joey says, excuses. He's talking about me. Is that a Bobby's World reference? Rob?
Yeah. Bobby's World.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was not something I expected while listening to a live stream and working.
I like Bobby's World. It's a good cartoon. I like those 90s cartoons that they're just never going to make, even animation-wise. Like if you watch The Tick or Rugrats or Bobby's World or even the 80s, like Danger Mouse, you see the way they used to draw perspective? They used to draw fish islands and stuff. They're never going to do that anymore.
No. Kyle, what are you working on currently?
Tomorrow is an exciting day of shooting corporate events.
You sound excited.
Oh yeah. It's basically my favorite thing to do.
So, with all that equipment that you post, all those really cool cameras and stuff, now are those yours, the company you work for, or how's that all work?
Some of it's rental stuff, some of it my friends own. It's a mixture.
Do you ever work, and now I'm not good with all the cinematography stuff and camera talk, so like Rob is and you guys are, but like, those slow-mo cameras that like the slow-mo guys, have you ever used one of those?
Yeah, the Phantom is what they're called usually.
Did you like it? Was it cool? I mean, is it something you don't like using?
No, it's fine. They have a very particular place and a particular job to do.
Uh-huh.
And so, when you need that crazy slow-mo shot, that's about the only way to go. I did work on a shoot where they used one of those cameras for the entire shoot, and most of it was normal speed, and it was a pain in the butt because the cameras aren't designed to be normal use cameras. You can use them that way, but they're not very user friendly.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, they make for cool scenes, but I mean, I couldn't imagine them being that practical for a lot of things.
Yeah, like I said, usually you'll use them for one or two specific shots, and that's about it.
Let's see here. I'm looking at Kyle's stuff. You were in Kuwait?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Doing a commercial for like the Kuwait oil company or something.
And you shot a music video in Afghanistan? Oh, wait. Afghanistan, California?
Yeah, we built a set to look like Afghanistan.
Oh, nice. What was the name of the band?
It's this girl, Emmy. She does sort of pop music stuff.
And she had a war video?
It was like a time travel video, and
Okay.
And with that guy was like the love interest.
Gotcha. Now, do you come up with like the video ideas, or is that someone else?
It's usually someone else. I just shoot it. So that idea wasn't mine. It's about like this girl who this guy's in love with her through time, but every time he goes to kiss her, she like rejects him, and then like the twist at the end is that he's a vampire, and so she's just not like ready to be turned into a vampire yet or something.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I just
You just shoot it.
This is why Kyle doesn't review movies. You know? Because that's probably not the best way to describe what happens. At least in terms of getting an audience.
You didn't really sell me.
Yeah.
Kyle, what was Schindler's List about?
Your contempt was barely.
All these people were dying, and some of them didn't want to die, so they tried to get away.
Yeah, and I guess these guys sold some stuff and.
It was like a really bad band camp or something. I don't know. It just all went to hell. Let's see. Streeter asks, what do you need the light board for? I use it just to transfer my art, my big art, or just any art onto the sketch covers, or if I just rough something out and then I want to redraw it better, I'll just place a new piece of paper over it. A lot of artists use light boards sometimes they'll print out their rough drawings and then they'll put the final paper over it, and then they'll do their final lines. Rob uses them at conventions for when he'll rough something out with the big markers and then kind of just use that.
Sometimes
as a
you can use transfer paper because they print on the inside of the covers, like IDW, and so you can't use a light board. That's always fun.
So it's basically like Photoshop layers, but the manual version.
Yeah, you know that thing that doesn't exist in real life, right?
Yeah,
it's just like that.
I need a new layer. Just throw it on the light board.
Yeah.
Yep.
Blame you, Kyle, for this.
That's what I'm saying. Don't blame
It's like
Brandon.
when the printer broke, Kyle's like, I want to trade for a commission. I'm like, no more commissions for Kyle. Every time I do a commission for Kyle, it's like
I wasn't gonna ask for a full-on.
He's like, I'd like, Civil War. You know, what's my favorite character? I'm just fucking with you.
I was gonna ask for like a convention style.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't feel bad. Rob's cut me off before. He's
No, that was different. But Brandon, he literally had no money. Like I'd be like, hey, you got these markers, I can't afford it. But then he's trying to buy art from me. I'm like, no, dude, what's your problem? Like, Kyle can't pay his rent. He doesn't even be buying art from me. You know, pay your rent.
I was gonna give Rob a good deal. I was gonna get him an awesome printer, and I'd get an awesome convention style commission.
I know.
So
Mike really wanted to help out, so
no, that's great.
Believe me, I'm thankful either way because it's getting to be goddamn ridiculous.
Now, if you need a new headphone,
Let me guess, Genos. uh,
I was thinking Firefly, the entire cast.
yeah, entire.
But I was thinking maybe like 24 by 36 this time.
Sure.
You shut your mouth, because I'll have to fucking be friends.
Oh, Brandon's like, oh my god. Like,
I'm sitting here listening to it, and he starts throwing out numbers. He's like, maybe 24 guys, 36 people. I'm like, oh my god, I'm out.
I was talking dimensions.
Okay. I was like,
poster size.
all right.
Lots of detail though.
Oh man, I'm not looking forward to when he's gonna do the Final Fantasy and the X-Men and all that jam piece shit. Like
that starts up as soon as the printer gets back. The Final Fantasy comes back, bro. They need their shit. I gotta move on with life. I have to have other things to do. You know?
No.
So it's gotta get done.
Just so you know, Brandon, when I asked for Rick and Morty, I'm like, hey, can I pay extra to get 2 characters? Because I want Rick and Morty. And this is what I ended up with. So it's only like 34% my fault.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Rob always got to go and add shit.
The problem is I plan on reselling it, and I'm gonna be stuck adding more characters either now or later, and I don't want to go back. Like that's always my thing. Like I don't ever want to come back to this once I'm done with it. Like I want to be like that was that. Goodbye, pain. Yeah. I don't want to go back. You know, it was like when I did the Star Wars one. You know, I didn't realize at the time. I don't know, man. Like for some reason I was like, oh fuck Prince, and then I didn't realize people would want that so much. So then I had to go and add an inch and a half worth of art to the bottom. To make it, yeah. Then Brandon had to go back and do more flats. That's no fun, right, Brandon?
Not at all. And then I got to link things up and.
Oh, that's the Leia one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That I had to take a day off work after doing that. I took a day off. I just couldn't. It ruined me. I was like, I don't fucking want to do anything. I slept. I was just like, no. I think I was up all night or something working on it and through the morning. And I might have went to work. I know one of the flats times. It was either that one or another one after that where I just worked through the whole night and I didn't realize it. And it was like 5 a.m. and I had to be up for work at 6 a.m. So I got like an hour of sleep. And I don't know.
Yeah, I think the thing I don't think I made clear enough to people, like when it came to these backer prints, like guys, these are stretch goals. I don't know how long they're going to take me to do. You know what I mean? All I know is I can't do another power prints until they're done. Like, so I probably definitely added too many. That all being said, when I get done with one, I need a day or two. You know, guys, like it is incredibly difficult. You know, like it's just there's a mental fatigue. Like I don't mind. I can after a day or two. Yeah, I usually take a full day to kind of like go clean or hike or something, and then I start working on commissions. And then after a day or two, I'm good to go. You know, I can get back to it. But there needs to be some level of downtime.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a common misconception that people think like, oh, the arts, they're fun. Like you just love your job. You can just do it 24/7. Like with me, I love my job, but I need a break every once in a while. Like, it's still work, and it still takes a lot of effort and energy, even though I love what I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, even the game cave stuff, like just figuring out how to set up the pages, and then constantly like tweaking. When I tweak a layout, it needs to be that way across all the pages. You know what I mean? And if I have some of those pages set up, I don't have like a base template that's affecting all of them. You know, I have to kind of go back and modify a few things, and then go okay. And then after like a few days of that, you're like, I need to not look at anything for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's killing my head. So there's just this period of like deadlines. You know, when they always say, "Can I make a deadline?" They just assume you're always going to be working and you're going to be at your top form. You know, sometimes when an artist creates a piece of work that sucks, it's probably because they were burnt the fuck out. Like, right. You know, that's why it's heartbreaking when you say when you know a movie doesn't come out properly. There's a lot of reasons for that. You know, maybe the screenwriters were burnt out. Maybe there's just a lot of fatigue. You know, especially right, Kyle, like when they're shooting 4 movies at once, like a Lord of the Rings. Perhaps they should never do
Yep.
that again, like they said they would on the fucking Peter Jackson's on the Lord of the Rings. I'm never doing this again. And then The Hobbit.
Yeah, that's what we get when that happens. We get the Hobbit.
I just don't know why they have to CGI everything in those movies. Like the main bad guys running down the alleyways and shit, all CGI. It's like
Production. They don't have to produce a bunch of suits. They can
Yeah,
just
but-
go. We'll just fix this later in post.
it looks horrible. It looked bad.
I hear you.
Whatever.
I agree, but that's exactly why.
Oh,
don't have to worry
now
about
we
the day
have
of.
we have a movie S person on the chat. Kyle, if you had to name, I don't know, 1 to 5 or however many you want to name, directors to direct Deadpool 2, whose names would you throw in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who would you throw in there?
I had like a couple names when you guys were talking about it on the
He's
other
like,
cast.
Kyle, right? That's the answer, Kyle. You are available.
I am available. Well, I'm busy, but I'll clear my schedule.
Okay.
I don't know, because I feel like you need to have a director that's really comfortable with comedy.
Uh-huh.
So just for that, I'm bad with names. I'm put on the spot. Guy who did Iron Man.
John Favreau?
Favreau?
He's directing
Yeah.
Lion King. So that's not happening.
Yeah, live action Lion King. Like,
Well,
watch live
yeah,
action in
sure.
it. It's all animals.
Well,
But I think he'd be good. Like he
further proof
balances-
we're in a Matrix, buddy. Further proof. It's all. I submit to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't know who I would cast for that or get for a director for that. Just because I feel like Ryan Reynolds probably has so much like influence and sway on it. I wonder how much the director really brings a vision to it.
Gotcha.
Edgar Wright might be fun.
Oh, yeah. I agree with
Like-
that.
Shocking.
You hear that, Rob?
I heard it.
said-
I heard someone not know, and then he just spat out the first thing that popped into his head. It could have been Stay Puft
the
Marshmallow
name
Man.
I said.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I said Edgar Wright on the
Kyle
podcast.
had a thought like me.
That's right. That's right.
I matter.
I feel like Edgar Wright really nails like the comedy aspect, and he's done enough actiony kind of stuff that. I
Yeah, but
feel
the
like
writers are
he'd
going to
be
have the
very-
comedy. The cast is going to have the comedy.
Hey, let him say it. Don't.
What did
don't try
Tim
to
Miller
sway him.
direct before that was comedic? He directed a bunch
Huh?
of video game commercials.
Who?
You know, Tim Miller, the director of Deadpool
Oh, yeah,
1, directed a
yeah.
bunch of video game commercials. So if I had said to you who should direct the Deadpool movie, no one would have said Tim Miller.
Yeah, I would never.
You already
I
got the
didn't even know
comedy. You
his
got the
name.
writers, you got the lead actor / producer, and you got a cast. They know the comedy. Now you need someone that knows other stuff.
Kyle, I like that you agreed with me, and then Rob is trying to sway you out of it. I like that. I like that you said the guy I said based off the.
We should let
reasons
Rob
I said.
Liefeld direct it.
How about Terrence Malick?
Terrence Malick.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, see? Hey, Kyle. Brandon doesn't know who that is.
Oh. Oh.
Terrence
gla-
he did Tree of Life and
Ah.
The New World.
I want the guy who did the Raid to direct it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that guy does some crazy action.
Fucking Raid, motherfucker. Right, Brandon? The Raid.
Yep.
Have you heard of that movie?
Sometimes
That's my answer for everything.
it is. It really is.
Well, he did the Raid and the Raid too, and they fucking rule.
So yeah, Edgar Wright would. He kind of has the visuals.
And there's comedy in the Raid.
And the comedy.
There's comedy in the Raid.
I agree. I agree with you, Kyle.
That's just your way of saying you agree with yourself, right?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
And just the fact that out of all the names you could have said, you said the one that I said that.
Yeah, you had a thought
And
like
Rob.
me.
I totally
Yes.
agree. Quentin Tarantino, terrible.
Wasn't the Hobbit the test bed for 48 frames per second recording? No, it wasn't a test bed. It was just they thought it would make for better 3D. And the 3D was very clear. The problem is everything else looked like it was a bunch of what do they call it, the Keystone cows, moved super fast.
Yeah.
The best I've ever seen it was that Douglas Trumbull, the guy who created IMAX, has this format for recording in 120 frames per second, but you render 24 frames per second from that, and then you pull from the extra frames during only the motion blurred parts. So your 3D comes in crystal clear, but you don't end up. You still maintain the cinematic flutter, from the
I
film.
think they did some of that with the new Ang Lee movie.
No, that was just shot in 120 frames per second. That's not that formula. That's just shooting straight 120 frames, and that is not going to work.
It's like it's crazy. There's only I guess 2 theaters that are going to be able to play back 4K 3D 120.
When it comes to high frame rate, only it's going to take Jim Cameron to solve this problem.
Yeah.
If it's solvable, I don't know if it is.
The nice thing is the ArcLight here is going to be one of like the 2 theaters that can actually play that, and so I'll go check it out just from a technical standpoint to see what it's all about.
Oh, the Ang Lee one.
Yeah, the somebody's long walk or whatever.
You got to give me the lowdown on that one because I imagine it's not going to go well.
Yeah, the reviews have not been super kind.
Joey says, "Oh God, 120 frames per second movie. That's going to cause a ton of motion sickness."
It's actually the opposite, supposedly.
It's super clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it's almost like just looking at a window or like watching a stage play.
Did either of you guys see Hardcore Henry?
No.
No.
I didn't either. I saw the guy who directed that did a music video for The Weeknd, and I like that. I thought it was really cool.
Guess who worked on the behind the scenes for that?
You?
Yeah.
Dude, why is that not on your Instagram? Why is that not shown to the world?
Social media blackout for stuff like that. And no one cares about behind the scenes.
I would. That's cool.
Eh.
I mean, the video, that thing was crazy. Like, I don't know if I could watch a whole movie like the Hardcore Henry movie, but that video with his music, I watch it. I'm just like, whoa, what is this? It was crazy. That's cool.
It was interesting.
You could put something up there. You could have posted like something to let people know. Gotta let people know, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean,
you need to take career advice from Brandon, Kyle.
Yeah. I mean, now that it's out, I could probably put something about working on the behind the scenes, but
Kyle got the new website, notworthafilm.com. Not worth a film.
see what happens, Kyle? You agree with me on one thing, that's something I agree on, and he can't stop shitting on me. He's just like, "Oh, you fucker."
Notworthafilm.com.
I say one good point, someone else agrees, and then I get this shit all night. And then tomorrow he's gonna text me, just all kind of not worth a something things. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I had not worth a sandwich today, not worth a walk today."
Sorry, I was so agreeable.
Yeah, sorry. We thought a direct. Fuck you, Rob. Chaz says we need to watch Hardcore Henry. It looked like the first person. Joey said it looked like the first person part of the Doom movie in feature length. Yeah, I mean, he was talking about.
Was that Uwe Boll? Who did Doom, or did he just do all the other crappy video game movies?
He did all the other ones.
Okay.
He did all the other ones.
Oh, he did Rampage. That was
House of the Dead.
Shooter up on. Yeah.
House of the Dead. House of the Dead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could watch a whole movie like that, but like I said, that video was pretty cool. Just the whole bank scene and the guns and the cars and this little mini story. It was cool.
Yeah, it was interesting to see like how it all came together from like what I saw, sort of on set.
So do they just have like, and this is stupid because I don't know anything about it, but like GoPro type cameras set up on their chest, or I mean, how do you shoot
Yeah,
a whole thing like that?
it's like a fancy GoPro. It's like higher resolution or something, or
Right.
yeah. So just they wear like this sort of vest thing that has a camera mounted on it.
Gotcha.
He just runs around and shoots the movie.
Yeah, I liked it. It was wild.
Like that kind of stuff is a little tough because you can't really light as much. Like all your lights have to be built into the set to look like building lights, because since they like move all over the place, you'd see all the normal lighting and grip gear just hanging out.
That's cool. Rob, you haven't seen that music video, have you?
I don't watch music videos. Last time I watched a music video, it was playing with Beavis and Butthead.
Oh wow. Do you know who The Weeknd is? Do you ever?
I know that song. Get ready for the weekend.
No.
That's it.
Yeah. You'd
Day.
probably like him. He sounds a lot. I mean, I don't think he does, but people say he sounds like Michael Jackson kind of, and that whole, stuff. I think you would like him actually. His music.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Like he was cool.
Oh yeah, you got to meet him and everything and all that.
I didn't. I was standing to the side when other people were meeting him. I wasn't like, I gotta meet you.
Oh yeah.
Brandon would have. Sign my beard.
We have nothing in common. He does.
Sign my beard.
He does hardcore
Here's a razor.
drugs and sings. So.
Uh-huh.
Man, just shitting on the beard tonight, Rob. You were just hating my beard.
You just doing this because of November?
The beard looks awesome. I like it.
I had it. It was getting pretty thick. Like, I can't post any kind of selfies on my art page because Rob will shit on me. But it got really long to where it was like just getting matte. Like I'd wake up and it'd be sticking out like weird. And I used a number 4 clipper, and that took off like half of it. So it was long.
Wow.
Like, yeah, it was like probably 2.5 months long. Where I didn't shave it, and then I was like, this is too grisly. I gotta like tone it down.
Brandon got pat down at the airport. Gave up.
I can't grow a good beard. Mine just gets like all like Christian Bale, scraggly. Like doesn't get full.
I don't got hair on my head, so I just gotta grow the beard. But I think I honestly was debating cutting it off today. I'm probably gonna buzz it down pretty short because I don't know.
They get kind of annoying.
Yeah. And thanks everybody for tuning in to listening to me talk about the beard. Josh says Starboy is my jam. Yeah, I like that song. The Weeknd has a song that he just put out, Rob, with Daft Punk. Do you like Daft Punk?
Sure.
So he just put out a song with them that's pretty cool. And I guess he's kind of nerdy because he's got a lot of, or maybe just that song's written nerdy, but he's got a lot of like nerdy references in that song about like Star Trek and shit. But it could just be with the theme of the song, being Star. But he likes to sing a lot about drugs and cocaine.
Okay.
But he does it very subliminally, so you're just like, oh, okay. Yep. So yeah.
So we've only got like 2 more weeks until the arrival, or no, there's
arrives.
no the on the beginning, just arrival.
Till the arrival arrives.
Yeah, just arrival. Yes.
Of what?
Arrival.
Is that a movie? Who's in
it?
We explained it. Hold on. We just explained that. I thought over-explained it, and then Brandon goes, "For the what?"
I heard him say we got a few weeks till the arrival, and I'm like, is that a movie? I think it's a movie. Well,
yeah, I think it's just Arrival. I believe The Arrival was the. Is that Charlie Sheen that was in that one?
Sure.
The one with the aliens with the backwards knees.
The last Charlie Sheen movie I saw was The
Let's
Wraith.
see. Arrival with, let's see, Amy Adams,
It's
Jeremy
like the
Renner,
difference.
Forrest Whitaker.
It's like the difference between Room and The Room, right?
Yeah, two totally different movies.
Oh, I saw the preview for this. I seen it where she's like trying to figure out their language and shit.
Oh, it's that movie that they're going to intercut with
This
Man of Steel footage for the fan-made trailer for Man of Steel 2, right?
is this the one where they?
You know they are,
the,
bro. You know
they
they are.
use- They use a keyboard in this movie, right? And giant speakers. Is that
Yes.
okay?
Hold
Pretty
on,
sure.
hold on. Brandon just told a joke, everybody.
The spaceships are made out of mashed potatoes.
had to think about that for a second. That was
Oh,
definitely a
man.
joke. All right, Brandon.
I'm glad I'm on the cast. I'm glad. Glad. Kyle, don't ever agree with me ever again, or don't ever formulate the same opinion that I formulated,
In
please.
case you missed it, that
Right,
was a joke.
So should I disagree with about never agreeing with you? Because if
Well,
I
you-
agree,
I don't. Yeah, I
it's
don't
a
think you.
it's a
you
paradox.
Yeah, you didn't know that I said Edgar Wright, though, did you?
I don't think I was listening. I don't
He
think
wasn't
I heard that
listening
part.
to you, Brandon. Do you understand that?
Yeah, so that was just two moviegoer people wanting to see the same director direct it. So it's nice. Very nice.
I just thought, okay, who does R-rated comedies but also can handle action?
Right.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of the ones that came to mind.
Who did Zombieland, Rob?
Who directed Zombieland?
Yeah.
I don't know, but the two writers are the guys that wrote Deadpool.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't.
they wrote
know that.
Zombieland. So, but I think the guy who directed Zombieland directed another movie. It didn't work out so well, if I remember
Let's
right.
see. I'll
Can't.
look it up. Ash says Arrival is apparently based on a book or a short story. Might check it out before seeing it.
Yeah, I think it's a short story. But it's the director who did Prisoners and Sicario. He's doing the new Blade Runner movie.
Oh, okay.
He's having a pretty good career right now.
Let's see. The guy who directed Zombieland is Ruben Fletcher. I might pronounce that wrong, but shit,
Doesn't sound like a real name.
I'm trying to look up his.
Sounds like a
Apparently-
sandwich at Bennigan's.
He did a lot of TV. He did the movie Gangster Squad.
See, that was the movie I was saying that didn't work out for him.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to tell you. Like,
that had a lot of stars in it. Ryan Gosling.
yeah, it looked phenomenal, and then the movie came out.
He did,
You got If you haven't seen Gangster Squad, I dare you. Again, I submit 4 other people plus the Edgar Wright, Donnie, and the In and Out, and the fucking In and Out, Donnie. All right, yes, and and the Raid guy, whoever that guy is, I forget his name.
He did a lot of TV. He did a lot of the Big Robin Big Show and the Fantasy Factory. Kyle, could you live through doing like a Keeping Up with the Kardashian type show?
No, I'm so glad I don't have to work reality anymore.
But if you got offered
With
the
Kyle,
job
that's
of doing a
difficult
show,
to-
would you?
They'd have to pay me a lot.
Fair
But
enough.
I would not. I mean, I'd do like my one season and then jump off. Like, all right, got all my days in, got my benefits, got some good money. Time to move on.
All right.
Yeah, I've worked a few reality shows, and fortunately, I'm busy enough now I can turn down any reality that comes up because I hate it. It's the worst.
Is it the people, or it's just the whole having to? I mean, what makes it so bad? Is it just the people you're recording, or?
It's a few things. Part of it is just how fake most of the reality is. It just doesn't interest me. This subject matter for the most part. From my perspective as a DP, there's not a lot of like visual creativity. It's more about just capturing moments.
Uh-huh.
And so, just I don't know.
You're not really selling it, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
I'm so glad we're not in one of those like $64,000 pyramid game shows where I was relying upon Kyle to describe something to the point where we might actually win money. I don't know. It's something that,
It's the thing.
it's really not. To be fair, he does paint with pictures.
I should start my own movie review blog where I just review movies in my way.
Yeah.
You should, and then I'll come on there and we can agree on things, and then Rob can get mad at me.
Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's entirely possible I've just worked on all the wrong reality shows, and maybe my limited view of the reality shows I've worked on have just been terrible. But yeah, the few interactions I have had have just
Not
don't
been
interest
nice.
me. Like I don't watch reality, so it's just something that doesn't interest me at all.
As you watch a man in his room drawing.
Yeah.
Not really drawing, to be fair. I'm just literally painting by numbers.
And Rob's not pretending to be something he's not to get views.
That's true. Despite Brandon's protests. Uh-huh. Can we just pretend? Could you imagine one night of it? Oh, that was amazing, Brandon. Constructive way to, very constructive comment there, Brandon. Really appreciate that. It'd be kind of like when Cartman got to, I can't even say it. Spoilers for the new South Park. So I just stopped myself.
I have to describe generically what I don't like about working on the shows because
like Brandon.
I have NDAs for like the stuff I worked on, so I can't be specific and I worked on this show and this is why I don't like it.
Because that'll end up right on Slashfilm. One time they do quote the show.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, we jumped on Rob's SketchCraft live and heard Kyle talking shit about NBC's such and such a show."
The Weekend.
That he signed an NDA for, and now he's like revealing behind the scenes and how fake it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Soon to be Josh Trank's fucking DP. Brandon doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Talking about the director for Fantastic Four, right?
No, what a DP is.
Director of photography.
See, he had to piece that one together. Because I yelled at him the last time.
Do you want me to talk it all tonight? Like shit, I'm
No,
like,
I like it when you talk. I'm like,
hey Rob, this looks great. Hey, fuck you, Brandon. You don't know what great looks like. All right.
Right.
Your art looks like shit. Hey, you don't know what shit looks like.
Yeah. you kind of get the idea, right? Like no matter what.
I just realized this is a reality show. Rob's just like he's generating fake conflict.
Oh no, no, that's not fake. I just generate conflict.
Oh, okay.
It's earned. Unlike the arrow. They should just go back to watching him work out for 15 minutes a show. It would be better. They added Ragman to the show. I don't know
Seriously?
Ragman?
Ragman, really?
And if you think they made that work, you'd be really mistaken.
But that's like a real DC Comics character.
Yeah, he really is. He really is.
Like,
You gotta look him up.
How did that pitch meeting go? All right.
They're just
New
trying to pull
superhero.
obscure characters. They're characters they can't use for the movies.
Remember the latter parts of the Justice League and Batman cartoons where they started adding random characters because they knew the show wasn't going to last long, so they're just trying to get everything in there while they can?
Okay.
Yeah. versus the first 4 seasons of the Batman animated series, where every villain sort of had like an arc or a reason to be there.
Yeah, Batman animated was good stuff. Like,
Then it just became Cameo City the final season.
I don't know if I saw the final season. I may have.
Look, there's fun episodes, but it was just them shoving characters in because they're like, well, we got to get this in because we don't have to get a chance to put that one on. Put a Doctor
Yeah.
Fate in there. Why is Doctor Fate on Batman? Well, just because. Ragman. That's what everyone said last season. You know what this show needs? Ragman.
Said everyone always.
Yeah. Ragman. With this tendrils.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm looking at the pictures on the show.
Oh, you should see Mr.
What the
Terrific's
fuck,
haircut.
The face,
Yeah.
the Scarecrow-esque wannabe leather face. Why? And the worst part is they have him out in broad daylight in the show. It's not even like nighttime. They got him just in it looks like a gallery, and he's got all these.
I feel like I met Ragman when I worked at Walmart, and you get like these weird people coming in. Like we had Bag Hand Lady, who'd always wear like plastic bags on her hands.
See that you're in the Tick universe now.
I went a little too far. No longer DC.
Right. Amazon now. You're in Amazon.
Uh,
You forgot about that. Which, by the way, has been approved for a full season. So now Wally Pfister is employed. So good for him, right?
Oh, is he shooting?
He shot the pilot. I know he shot the pilot. That's for certain.
Oh,
why would he give up that gig? I mean, after Transcendence, take anything you can get.
He's been doing a lot of commercial work. Like,
pays the bills, bro. I'll take the commercial work. Not gonna clown that,
Like a lot of those big DPs, like they do so much commercial work, and unless you follow them, you don't know it.
Where did I put? Jessica moved it over there. Damn it. Fuck, I don't want to wake her up, damn it.
How's your dog adjusting to having a yard now?
She loves it.
Yeah.
Poor dog never had enough place to run, Yeah. So she's happy.
Good.
She hasn't quite figured out what leaves are yet. She's working that out.
She's gonna freak out when snow comes.
No, she knows snow because we've taken her to Big Bear.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. And she gets very. She doesn't like walking in snow. She gets limp pod, like. Very picky about that.
I'm kind of that way too. Like, snow.
Yeah. Kyle's a limp paw to snow.
Eh.
Hey Rob, I have spice marmalade on the distress ink, which is the outer color you wanted me to use, but I can't find the ochre yellow or the other one you wanted me to use for the inside. I don't know if I have.
There should be a squeezed lemonade or something like that.
I have squeezed lemonade.
Yeah, use
that. I'll use that for around him, and then the spice marmalade for the outside orange. He said. These color names.
Where are you now, Joey? You former Californian.
You got to read the comment, Kyle, from the chat room.
Big Bear, I miss California.
Said Joey.
Said Joey Valestra. I'll make an attempt on that last name.
I want Kyle to read books to children. Just completely out of order. And not really sell them on any kind of conviction.
Right.
The puppy kind of went to the store and bought some stuff. It's kind of boring. I don't really
Is
watch.
he a vegetarian because he only has like apples in his basket? I don't know. It doesn't seem like a healthy dog diet.
Yes. It's funny.
Joey says, if I had the money, I'd move back in a heartbeat. I wish I had the money to live here too, Joey. It's so expensive. It's ridiculous.
See,
Joey,
if I had the money, if I
live
had
in Detroit now. I was born in Tahunga.
Oh shit, Detroit.
Detroit.
That's
They're starting
tough.
to shoot a lot of stuff out there.
Like,
Like wars.
yeah, I didn't want to
Anything
say
like
that. I didn't want to say it.
the tail end of the
full-
Avengers, you know, like after they drop Sarkovia, Terminator 7. Like,
Anytime they need the like post-apocalyptic or third world country kind of
Gotham
look,
City.
but don't want to pay to move production out of the U.S.
Mm.
They go to Detroit,
That's sad.
and like tons of car commercials shoot in Detroit though, and around that area.
To
But
be fair, there's plenty of places in LA that can model after demilitarized zones, but the tax hikes.
yeah, it's cheaper in Detroit. It's expensive to shoot here.
Hey Rob, on this War Machine, when I'm going around the character, it's okay if I get some of that yellow like on the bullets and stuff like that when I'm going around him, right? Just to blend it into the background more.
Yeah, just limit.
Alright.
Figure it out. If you
And
screw it
then
up,
I'll
I'll just make you do another one.
Okay.
So just look forward to that.
Yeah, it's very, very stressful. I'll take a picture of it before I do the background. I'm just gonna take a picture here of it before I do the background, and then I'll
Joy
do the background.
says, "Yeah, I remember when Transformers 2007 was shot here."
Did you hear my suggestion for who could direct Deadpool 2? Kyle?
Michael Bay.
Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
Hmm?
yeah, I caught that part.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, him
Huh?
and James Franco can team up and just make this.
James Franco can
One-
be a Cable.
That sounds like a winner.
Just do it.
So, Brandon, your War Machine, is that leftover convention commission, or is that something
It's for this.
took?
No, it's for a commission for this guy who lives here in Arizona. Well, no, actually, I guess it is leftover. We met him at the Amazing Con here, but
He's
it's
supposed to
not
get one a
from-
month from Brandon, but Brandon takes so long.
No, I'm not supposed to give him one a month. But the guy could, for a while, didn't decide what he wanted, and then finally he wanted that Batman I did, and then he wanted a War Machine. So it's a commission for someone from a con, but did not take it at the con.
Yeah. Chaz Marks asks, "What's everyone's favorite horror movies?"
Batman and Robin.
Not horrible. Horror.
Oh shit! Shit!
Let's see.
The first Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, I love to put a little kid in the room, make them sit through that, and they'll never sleep again. You know?
I don't watch horror movies.
I don't really
Jaws.
either. Is Shining considered a horror movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most certainly, Kyle.
Okay.
I don't know, that whole river of blood that appears out the elevator. I mean, if that
is The Grudge the one where that the family
Yes.
goes to live in that Japanese house,
yes,
and the mom or sister's spirit is in there?
yes.
That one was
Starring
was
Buffy, right?
I don't maybe. It's been
Yeah.
so long, but I remember when
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
the Asian chick went down the stairs like upside down, like a spider or something. That creeped me the fuck out. Unnatural movements weird me out.
Oh wait, are you talking about the Japanese Grudge or the American version? Okay.
American. I don't. Only Japanese stuff I watch is like anime, not the cinematic movies. I know when I was younger, 13 Ghosts? That creeped me out.
I haven't seen that.
With Was it Matthew Lillard or whatever from Without a Paddle? That guy. Whose career
Shaggy?
kind of. Yeah, Shaggy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of horror movies.
I don't. Yeah, I don't either. The Orphanage was good.
Is that the one with the little girl who's actually like 38?
I don't know. She's 38.
You know, where they adopt a girl. There's a movie I saw where they adopt this little girl, but she's actually like a 38-year-old like Russian Middle Eastern woman. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody in the chat? Where they like adopt this little girl. They adopt this little girl.
It's your fantasy, Brandon.
And no, fuck you. Don't say that. Don't put that out there.
Isn't that the entire cast of 90210?
Don't
Like they're all supposed to be 15, but they're really like 37.
I don't know. I
38.
don't watch horror movies. There's just it was on the TV. Jessica watches weird shit, and I was like, "What's up with that little girl?" And they're like, "Oh, she's really like older. They caught her smoking or some shit." I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
Devil's Backbone is pretty good. It's an early Guillermo del Toro movie.
That'd be a good band name.
Or a barbecue joint.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd get some ribs there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
The first Alien's always great to throw up for like a kid, like on their birthday.
Did you say Orphan, Kyle?
Orphanage.
Oh no, I was
It's-
thinking of the movie called Orphan.
It's a Spanish language movie
Oh.
that I think Guillermo produced it.
No, I was thinking of the movie Orphan, where these people lose their child. They decide to adopt this little girl.
Annie with Daddy Warbucks, right?
Horrible movie. Yeah.
I hate you both.
I
But the
hate
Will
you.
Smith one was genius, though. That wasn't Will Smith. It was Jamie Foxx, right? Shit.
Ash said
Fuck
the
that
first
one up.
Alien freaked him out when he saw it as a kid. The first Alien movie.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aliens 2 or whatever, Aliens, the second one, like I was mixed because like as a kid, like we had it on Laserdisc. You guys remember Laserdisc? Rob, do you remember Laserdisc?
Mm-hmm.
My stepdad he got Laserdisc, and that was like the coolest thing. But I remember thinking how badass those Marines were and Hicks and all them, and
Even though they all
had
got killed in 2 seconds.
Right. Yeah, but they're still so badass.
There was one
I had-
badass Marine.
I didn't think it was scary. I just thought it was cool. Like I had the toys. I had the little alien toy, and I had the little Marine, and the aliens were still creepy, but I thought they were cooler than creepy. But
That movie holds up well. Like,
Yeah.
Both those first 2 Alien movies do.
who directed that? Rob, do you know? Was it the guy who directed The Raid? I don't know.
I think it was some like.
That was a
indie
joke,
auteur.
everybody. It's a joke. Brandon's got jokes. I gotta just put the joke disclaimer up.
I was gonna say it's a French guy, but then I realized a French guy did the fourth one.
Cameron. You gotta say it like macaron.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet.
Uh-huh. Like my wife finally, I told her the other day, I'm like, he only directs movies that begin with either T or A, and she didn't know that. She had to do the math. She's like, holy shit. It's like, yeah. And if you know him and his humor, that's intentional.
Wait, didn't he do Micmacs?
No.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet?
Oh, I'm talking about James Cameron, dumbass.
Oh, James Cameron.
Got him.
Ah.
Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Why is everybody so quiet?
Just waiting for the jokes, Brandon.
I know you're waiting for me to say something.
Didn't take long. Just holding out. Stay on target.
Ash says Aliens and T2, 2 of the best sequels. I'd buy that.
They're on the shelf. I'll watch them.
Throw The Godfather in there. It's a great sequel.
Raid 2.
Also, good sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Episode 2.
Dookie.
So Tommy Wiseau, who did The Room, he's got a new movie coming out where he re-teams with his co-star from The Room. And it looks terrible. I think I'm going to have to see it.
Hey, Kyle, read this last comment by Joey and see if either one of you may understand it.
Because he's saying because Ripley's a mother and Sarah Connor's a mother. It's not a fetishism. It's a motif you would call that, right? Some kind of like a character, various versions of character arcs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know.
Now I understand it.
He likes his strong female leads.
Shame on him. Social justice warrior.
I know. It's the worst kind of movies.
SJW.
Can't watch any of those movies with girls in them.
I'd have to go back and re-watch it. But Rob, when you're using the distress inks and you're putting the stamp down, do you push down and dab the distress ink, or do you?
I made a whole video.
I know. I don't want to go back and look.
You
at
lightly
it right
dab and then kind of smear it. Man, I didn't read a book on how to do it, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay. The simple question was, Rob, do you dab or do you brush the stamp against it? And the answer is you dab. And now I know. Thank you.
Both. It depends on what I'm trying to go. If you practice with them, you will see.
I'm talking about when you take the stamp onto the.
Oh no, you scrub it in there to get some. You got to take it and scrub it to get some ink on there.
Are you a dabber or a dipper?
I see. That's what I was waiting for, Kyle. You know, I was gonna ask Brandon if he
from?
wanted to go plug himself. You know. Quote of the night. Yeah, when you want to load ink up on the stamp, you just press it against the stamp, back and forth.
Joey says, just so I don't lose my social justice warrior social Marxist card, people know I was joking, right?
I'm revoking the card. I'm revoking it.
Sorry, Joey. We've already tweeted that out as fact onto the internet where it'll live forever. I hope you're not planning on running for president ever.
Lucky for Joey, I'm completely irrelevant. Hey, you want to hear some bullshit, right? So here's some bullshit that actually angered me today. And I'm willing to talk about this because I think it's absolute fucking bullshit. So, I don't know, man. Somewhere around 2007, 2009, 2010, somewhere in there, right? A lot of people going to exit the military, right? Because, you know, war, what's it good for, you know? So,
absolutely nothing.
The Department of Justice decided to say, hey, you know, to re-enlist, to keep all our fucking people in there, we'll give you, you know, a retention bonus. Apparently, the recruiters... the retention officers, they say recruiters, it's retention officer, you know, people already in the military, weren't authorized to give out bonuses of a certain value. So now they're going after all the soldiers for the money that they got as a retention, a re-enlistment bonus, including interest and taxes.
Yeah. Not cool.
I mean, for real. Like, if there was one thing we could all agree on, like, you know, like, is that just... What
like,
the fuck, bro?
You know, I feel like we're not screwing our veterans enough. Like, right. Like what else can we come up with? Like,
this is... just when you think you've seen or heard it all.
Yeah.
I honestly, I haven't yelled at because I don't watch news anymore on TV, but I read that one. How I was like, motherfucker. I'm not very happy about this one.
Yeah, it's bad.
This is bad, guys. You know, seriously bad.
And it's like the money they would recoup from that is such a small drop in the bucket. It makes zero difference to the government's bottom line. I'm like, come on, guys, make the right choice. Just let it go.
I don't know. I don't know what to do about it, guys. I know it's pointless. It's pointless to even get mad. You know,
Yeah.
the guys that are all I know is for the soldiers, male, female, whatever soldier is not currently under their contract, even like the post-mortem was like 7 years, you're still in the reserve or something. They all got to get together and file a class action lawsuit against the government. You know. Because if you're still under the UCMJ, you'll never be able to do that.
Yeah, I know. I think it's the WhiteHousePetition.org or whatever. Someone set up a petition to like not let that happen, and it already got like the 100,000 votes it needs to have the White House address it in like one day. Like, well,
How about
glad
1
people are out there.
second? I mean, I
Yeah.
mean, like if people are running for president, why isn't that an issue? You know what I mean? Bring this shit up.
They
I don't know.
care.
I don't want to get into it, but like this is the one thing I care about this shit, and I care about like animals being murdered. That's it.
Yeah.
That's my only issue. Other than that, I just don't give a fuck.
You care about me too.
I care that you finish your fucking work, bro. We got shit to do. That
There's
you
difference
take
between
care of
caring
your
about
health.
you.
Yeah, I care about the work. It's always about the mission. Go watch your Buffy. It's only about the mission, bro. And take care of yourself healthily wise. Because I got shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to do your moving job tomorrow, Brandon?
Yep. First thing in the morning, got a couple deliveries, and then I'm in the shop making the big bucks.
Nice.
No, it fucking sucks.
Yeah. Well, so does shooting corporate video.
Tanks we don't need. That's right, Joey. And I worked on a tank, so I can tell we don't need them. But look, if there's only one thing I could say to it, and I won't say a negative sense to the soldier, but the one thing I could say to anyone that took a retention bonus, here's the thing: I took a signing bonus when I joined, and the first thing you realize when you get into basic is that that bonus becomes like an anchor. Like, I can't get out now; they'll make me pay it back. Like when I got the physical injury to my back, they were like, "Oh, you want to get out?" I'm like, "Nope." Nope, staying right here, buddy. Not paying that shit back. I didn't have to pay my shit back. I stayed in. So why anyone would take another bonus when you re-enlist, I don't know. Because here's the thing: like when you get a bonus, let's say they give you 10,000, right? You get 10,000, and that 10,000, they pay you half of it minus taxes up front. Then the remaining half gets broken down every year on the anniversary of your reenlistment for the remainder of your contract, minus taxes every time they do it. So you get taxed like 4 or 5 fucking times on the same money. So the fact that they're even charging them for taxes that they already, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole thing.
So it's like the government gives you the money, then they tax it all back.
So even when I was in, the word was, look, if you're gonna reenlist, get either an MOS change if you're unhappy. Your MOS, your job, right? Get an MOS change if you're unhappy, which they won't go, but push for that, or push for vacation days. 4-day weekends, 3-day weekends, whatever. You get everything in writing. So at least you get paid time off, but you don't take the
tax
money.
My weekend.
You don't take the fucking money because they can get you on that one. That's basically the idea behind it. But the fact that they weren't authorized to, oh my god, want a rampage. I'll be honest, man. I'm a son of a woman here, man. I want to take a fucking flamethrower to the motherfucking Department of Veteran Affairs. I want to string up every last motherfucker who works there and feed them to fucking sharks and put the shit on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I swear to fucking God, dude. When people say, "Oh, I support the troops," I support the troops. I support him to the point where I mean, this is so bad, dude. You know, this is so bad. This is what we used to like. You would when I was in, you'd clown, third world nation governments for how they didn't take care of this. Oh, the Russian soldiers are in the street starving. I'm like, yeah, but half our soldiers are on fucking food stamps. So why are we laughing at them? You
What's the
know?
difference?
Yeah. I mean, come on, like. The shit you learn, when you're in, and then you're like, I can't make a difference. I can't. I can help save puppy mills and dolphins. I can't help one soldier. I'm powerless. When I had my injury in the army, they wanted to send me to they told me the best hospital there is, the most sophisticated, best technology hospital we got, called Walter Reed. You ever hear this thing? They eventually shut the fucking thing down. I told them I didn't want their hospital because they couldn't make chow, and I didn't want them doing surgery on my back. I figured since you can't make chow, you're not fixing my back. I'll just deal with the pain.
Mm-hmm.
And then, a year or two after I got out, Walter Reed was shut down for gross negligence. I mean, they were just stacking dead bodies up in rooms and shit. You should go look it up, Kyle. Kyle, there's a whole Netflix show waiting to be made about Walter Reed. Just call it Walter Reed.
I'll set up the pitch meeting tomorrow.
Yeah. I know, right? Who wants to touch that? Then the DOJ didn't you get audited every year? Twice a year?
Yeah. Like, one of my friends got offered a job to shoot a documentary in Iraq. It was about this guy who provides like legal services for people that ISIS doesn't like, and so like ISIS kidnapped this guy's brother and beheaded him. And my friend's like, I'm not gonna go over there and document this guy. Like, that's just what ISIS wants. It's like, hey, check out this American filmmaking team. Let's kidnap them and behead them.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you couldn't pay me enough to go do that.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how much money are we talking?
Yeah, well, he's got a wife and kids, so probably not.
We won't
not
pay any
enough for
money,
now.
but if you come back, we'll let you direct Deadpool 2. Oh, shit.
Right.
Now we're talking.
Like, would you do it if they agreed to never let Michael Bay direct another Transformers movie?
Would I do what?
Like, go there to film the ISIS documentary? If they agreed to never let Michael Bay film another Transformers film?
No. I just don't care about Transformers enough anymore.
But you might if he wasn't directing the films. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's like when everyone heard today George Lucas definitely isn't involved in Indiana Jones 5, and everyone was like, whoo!
Wait, what? Did I miss something today?
Oh, it was confirmed that he's definitely not involved with them. Which we all, I mean, it was pretty obvious considering, he wasn't, I mean, he's retired, he sold that shit off. They're not going to let him work on Indiana Jones 5. But yeah, the writer was saying, yeah, he's not involved. I'm like, no shit. But the whole internet was like, thank God. Yeah. Like a nice Ace Ventura, like, woohoo!
It's like a million voices cried out all at once.
Thank you. To be fair, Michael Bay doesn't want anything to do with Transformers. Touche. What if Michael Bay is under the assumption he's making GoBot movies? He just didn't know. Like, I was hoping they'd give him the Power Rangers film. I'm gonna go fuck up that franchise.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that movie. I saw the trailer. I guess I was never a Power Rangers.
You know who you gotta ask? You gotta ask Brandon.
Was Brandon, you a big fan?
I was of the original, yeah.
Okay.
Tell him how you
Right
feel
about-
about the suits in the first movie.
I really, and I still stand by it. I still like the suits in the movie, the Ivan Ooze movie, where they had the leather and the cool motorcycle helmet look, and I thought they were dope. I think they still hold up. I like the suits in the Power Rangers movie when they get all the leather and the cool looking cutouts on them and everything. I think they look way better than the new techno organic symbiote.
You don't like the boob
suits.
armor? Why boob armor, no cod armor? I mean, don't the cods need protection?
No.
No?
Nah, it's because it's the guy directing it. We don't care about other guys' junk.
I care.
Kyle just goes right out there. He
throwing
just
it out
says
there,
the
man.
thing that, you know.
I sent you a picture, Rob.
Speaking of junk,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of, oh, shit.
Are you meaning my
Oh,
art or my
shit.
privates?
You know what's crazy, Kyle? Is
As-
he
as a-
was
as a
really
double
into you.
entendre.
He was really defending you tonight, but there you go, Brandon. You trusted Kyle.
I actually meant it in the private parts, and as soon as it came out, I was like, oh wait,
Fair enough.
that can be read two ways.
Alright. How does that background look, Rob? Does it need more orange? More?
It needs around the edges some of that rusty hinge, just
Okay,
around the very
like a-
corners. It's like
Okay,
like around the top and like around the edges.
Okay.
Not in the inside. Don't make it all red. I'm just saying.
No. Yeah, just on the to give it that rustic look around the
Yeah.
edges.
Yeah. Rusty
You
hinge.
said rusty hinge. Let me grab my.
Speaking of
Interesting.
junk. Oh shit.
Do I have rusty hinge?
You got
Let's
rusty
see.
hinge.
Got tie dye. Vintage photo.
Maybe you don't have it.
I have vintage photo I could use. Or tie dye.
No, the values. It's value based, not color based, bro.
Oh. Maybe there's some more that I didn't put in this container because I don't see my red.
Why did
like
you
my
take
red's
any of
out.
them out the container? They
Oh,
should
no,
be
wait,
in the
it's out.
container.
I just didn't put the red away. I'm putting it away now. And now they're
These colors are
all
not
in the container.
Pantones. They're the colors of the distress ink, and they give them their own names. We don't control the
Yeah.
colors of the names.
They got weird names. So, I mean, I got shabby shutters,
No.
tie dye, candid
Vintage
apple.
photo is your best bet.
All right, I'll just use a little bit of it around the edge. Like you said, these names are crazy, like salty ocean.
I know what they do, but it takes a while.
So Power Rangers is only the director's second feature film.
Yeah, just like the guy who directed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Out of the Shadows. That was his second film. So this should work out.
Yeah. He went from a $12 million budget to like $120 million with his next movie. Like,
You jealous? You a little
Yeah,
bitter
he's-
about that, Kyle?
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
he's 4 years younger than me too.
Yeah.
Like, man, ugh.
Hey, Tim Miller, man, he's in his mid-50s. And his first movie was Deadpool.
Oh, Joey's asking, are these colors Pantones? I'm not familiar
No,
with,
no,
or
it's-
just your guys' pet
It's
names
called
for them?
Ranger Distress Ink. Tim Holtz, Ranger's Distress Ink. I made an art tips video, how to color backgrounds using Distress Ink. So you can kind of see me walking through that a bit on that video. Brandon's using them in his studio to color a sketch cover. So when he's saying the names, I just happen to have them memorized.
Right.
But they have all their custom names, these colors. So even if you were familiar with, say, watercolors, they don't use, like burnt umber and shit like that. They would call like vintage photo. They're really designed for like women who do crafts. But I saw all these chicks doing crafts, country crafts, were getting these great colors, and they didn't even know what the fuck they were doing. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So I just went and bought them. I'm like, finally. It was like ridiculous, Kyle, to watch, just I got some little housewife who's never done fucking shit, just producing better work than when I'm here trying to make magic happen with fucking, watercolor. I'm like, this is I suck, So they were on my list of things to learn, and I put it off until I started working on Kyle's fucking Rick and Morty piece. So the Copic version.
The commission that will never end. It
It's a
seems.
commission that will never end. This is the longest running commission in the history of my commissions. It is true.
Wait, you have that Bayonetta too, right?
Yeah, but I haven't
Did
really
you-
started that. So done a couple sketches, but I'll be doing another sketch, simplifying that. He's just getting a really big picture of Bayonetta. I'm not putting a ton of, fucking
That's-
shit into that.
Yeah, this is one that will probably be a lot easier to sell prints of than a Bayonetta.
I don't even know, man. Who knows? I'm always like 3. Like, who the fuck knows? I don't know why I get hung up sometimes. Like, that one, I don't do this fucking thing. I think part of me too is like, I like to show sometimes that I can do different things.
Mhm.
Some people go, "Oh, you draw like anime, huh?" Oh, no. You draw like Joe Mad. Well, no, not really. I have range.
Like, I can, but
Yeah, I can, but no. Plus, I always had a problem. Like Jim Lee is a great artist, right? So when he goes to draw Scooby Doo, I'm not saying draw exactly like Scooby Doo, but it shouldn't be, look like Wildcats, merged with Scooby Doo. Like, there's some level of decorum between the styles.
hey, it's looking like characters.
Yeah, he'd be almost done with it if it wasn't for those shitty flats.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm all about the money. I used to be with the Darksiders. That's coming too. It's just last on my list.
Okay.
What are Darksiders?
It's a game. It's on the Power
Okay.
Prints. It's the very last thing I'll be doing. Probably sometime around January.
Kyle shows his lack of gaming knowledge yet again.
To be fair, he never claims to have any. Right? You're not really.
Yeah, I checked out of the video game world back when I had a Sega Genesis still.
Jesus.
That's the last system I've owned. I mean, I'm cool to play some like Mario Kart here and there, but
He's like, you know of this Mario Kart, right? Right, guys? Right? Hmm?
You've heard of the cart of the Mario?
Yeah.
yeah,
You heard of this,
I
this Nintendo?
this newfangled Japanese gaming system.
I just got
Nintendo.
this new thing called a DS. Have you guys heard of it? I can take it
No,
anywhere
it's
I go.
a Game Boy. It's mobile? Mobile.
Joey says, "What are Darksiders? Who is this heathen?"
Right?
It's me. I'm sorry. I'm a disappointment.
He's sorry, I'm a disappointment.
Yeah.
Now you know how my parents felt.
I added the color and I sent it to you, Rob. The long pause makes me nervous.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm in the
Oh.
middle of doing something. Give me a second.
I guess I did have a brief period of PC gaming where I played Warcraft 3. So there's that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's a little heavy, Brandon. Next time, a little less. The rusty hinge will be easier. It's more red than brown.
Uh-huh.
It's a
Is
little
the
dirty.
top part's too heavy or the bottom with that dark corner?
both. Both.
Okay. Yeah,
Too dirty.
I tried to go light, and then I think I pushed a little hard, and then I had to fill in some of the spots where it doesn't look right to me.
Yeah, whatever.
You were dipping when you should have been dabbing.
Yeah, it's
Swiping
this
when you
is-
should have been swiping.
This is my second time.
Yeah, the first
using
one
it.
looks better. when it was just orange. You're better off leaving it alone.
Ah, well.
Oh well.
It
You'll be
still
doing
looks
another one.
badass. Yeah,
You'll be doing another one.
another sketch cover, not this one.
You'll be drawing another War Machine sometime soon, where you actually improve the lines. It's the only way to teach him, Kyle. I have to make him do it over and over again. It's the only way.
Speaking of, I got to go to bed because it's 11. I got to
Hey,
make my
Dominic.
lunch, shower, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's hitting about my time too. I'm gonna just wrap this up in a second. I gotta.
Dominique, welcome to the very end of the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll be on all day working on this. So this is finally set up. Well, no, that's not true. Well, I gotta. Oh no, the printer isn't here yet. See, I can't work on PowerPrints until the fucking printer gets back. So, because if I start
Hey, Kyle. No, sorry, go ahead, Rob.
Oh,
Go ahead, Rob.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, how come you never change your Instagram name? Didn't you talk about you were gonna change it so it's easier to find for people? What were we
Yeah.
talking about?
There's this thing called procrastination. I'm really good at it.
Well,
Brandon
I
knows
think
of
he-
this procrastination.
I think people should go check out your Instagram. So, what is your Instagram, Kyle?
There's a link to it below. All right, it's
Yeah.
already here. See, Brandon, I already
Is
took
it?
care of it. Yes.
Is there? Oh, Kyle's on here too now. That's nice. I didn't know that.
See, unlike you, Brandon, I actually get this shit done.
Yeah, my problem is I get stuck on what do I do to improve it to, and then I come up with all these ideas and they're all terrible.
Can it just be Kyle Wright Cinna? Kyle Wright cinematography type thing? Kyle K Wright.
Not worth a Kyle.
Okay, right, film.
Not
Yeah,
worth
not
a.
worth the Kyle.
I like not worth
Do you
a
know?
Kyle.
Do you know why he's saying that, Kyle? Do you know why he's saying the not worth it?
Why's that?
So, and Rob's an asshole. That's why. First off, second, Edgar Wright would make a good director for Deadpool 2. Third, because my website name and Instagram name used to be Not Worth a Sketch. You know, I'll play off the not worth a shit, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Clever, right? And Rob
Oh,
would
very
not
clever.
leave me the fuck alone about it forever until he helped me come up with a new name, and now I'm lead heavy.
Now he's Mega Potato.
I'm lead heavy.
No, I had a bunch of other fucking ideas, but you would only accept that one because it was based off Scotty Young.
I thought he was Brotato Beardnado.
You only need Brotato. I'm
I
for
like
brotato.com. You got to. It's like Facebook, Kyle. You got to
I like
simplify it.
I like potate, bro.
No,
Potato, bro?
Brotato.
Yeah,
It doesn't roll off the tongue. But Brotato or Potate, bro?
No,
potate, bro.
No,
Yeah.
Brotato.
It's just
Brotato. I know because I already bought it and it already links to his fucking Instagram.
Rob owns the domain. Brotato.com.
$3. Super cheap.
Chaz says, I really like Ed McGuinness' art style right now. Yeah, Ed's got... I like Ed McGuinness's art when Dexter Vines is inking it. If Dexter Vines isn't inking it, I'm not that big of a fan of it. And Dexter Vines inked like Public Enemies, where it's Superman and Batman. I like Dexter Vines inks in general. So he inked Civil War for McNiven's art. But yeah, Ed McGuinness is good. He's got a cool... I don't want to say cartoon anime. It's got a very smooth, cool style, fun style. Dominic said, "Ha! I just woke up. It's morning here." And Joey said, "Only way to teach him violent beatings. I mean repetition." Rob does repeatedly beat me, so he gets both in on that one.
And with that said, join us tomorrow when I repeatedly beat Brandon into the ground again.
Do you want me to plug myself before we go, Rob, or are we all plugged out?
I'm plugged out, Brotato.
You don't. Do you need me to plug you again, Kyle? I tried plugging you a bit ago, but Rob cut me off. I was trying to plug you.
Oh.
Mega
Kyle.
mashed potato. Johnny throwing a zinger in at the end, dude.
Johnny for the win.
Yeah.
Canada's always a step behind.
See, that'd be a great screen name, JohnnyForTheWin.com. Johnny FTW, Johnny for the win. Or yeah, I'm Johnny for the win. That'd be a great name.
Tonight I'm here with Mega Brotato.
Brotato. I like it. Mega Brotato. It's Brotato.
Yep. I love it so much.
Yeah.
I love everything that Rob says.
He's the one who asked for the podcast to come back. I'm just, for the record.
Johnny?
That's because I want the attention.
Oh.
No, me, Brandon.
All right, so tomorrow night, tomorrow during the day, I'm going to finish up the flats on these dudes and then get all this shit going. This will be done tomorrow, Kyle.
Cool. I'll be thinking about it while I'm shooting corporate videos.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I'll get to that
Filming guys on stage.
motherfucking
What now?
guys on stage.
Oh, Kyle. Corporate videos, yeah.
All right, everybody. Coloring flats almost done. Shit takes forever. Everyone thank Brandon for the great flats.
Yay! I help. I
Thanks,
help on
Brandon.
things. You're welcome.
Thanks, Potato.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.